Welcome. So, I'm drinking religiously. Oof! Don't say that word. I'm drinking this practically every day, all the time, and I've got to say I'm feeling great. Really am. Fabulous tea. Really is. Good job, guys. All right. Welcome to Mark Bajerski, Wherever This Goes channel. How are you all doing? It's a great day today to talk about something. I just had a thought. Uh, yeah, the opinions shared from this brain may not be the opinions shared and felt and deemed right by the spirit, the heart. Is that right? Is that right, Mr. B? There's something in that. So let's talk about it. What's he on about? Just give him a minute. It's a bit weird, but sometimes he gets there. Oh my God, my pants. Oh, they're filthy. I don't know how that got there. That's soup. I've just been washing up. It must have spilled. Butternut squash, organic soup last night with organic broccoli. Made it myself. I'll make a good wife one day. I'll make somebody a good wife one day. Shut up and get on with it, Mr. B. All right, let's be serious. Let's be serious. Okay. Well, you know the old phrase that I used to use years ago that we're all dogs chasing our tail. You ever seen a dog chasing its tail? And he keeps going and he doesn't stop. And you're like, are you serious? Like the dog just can't stop. It's like this is madness. Just come and laugh. You know, like you're laughing so much. It's so crazy because he can't catch his tail. Well, I saw that within me and within 99% of humanity most days. And there's a reason why we do it. The moment of my, you can't say awakening means that we continue to awaken. I didn't awaken, and woke is just a stupid word used by idiots, okay? So we never woke, we're awakening all the time, okay? So the moment I stood back from myself and looked at myself chasing my tail, it was a really, really good representation of life and my life at that time. So skip forward now up to all of these years, to all of the clients that I work with through the journey of this awakening and learning from my clients and experiencing from the beautiful energy that nobody really goes to because they're too busy. What would you say, Mark? I'm talking to myself, of course, and trying to come out with this message. What would you say is the most powerful, the most important observation you saw in your years of being a healer around the world? Great question. So let me answer that for you today. We're on 4 minutes already and they've all gone, come back. Where are you going? So okay, I made a little bit of a video on Instagram this morning, slightly touching this, but let's dig deep. So the moment you're born, you come out into what's called a program. And it's vital you understand this. It's a program that was finely tuned over the centuries to create an automaton, a robot. And we are predominantly all robots, so to speak. And I'll explain why, and this will make sense in the end, okay? And maybe it might help you tremendously. This might be a really, really fascinating thing that might help you along this journey now, however age you are. So we come out and we're told what to eat. We're told what's good for us, what's not good for us. We're told to study, which basically means that your memory becomes stronger and stronger. And we're told when we're good and we're told when we're bad. So everything is a program. Nothing is really given to you at all. Religion doesn't touch it. Spirituality doesn't really touch it so much. Nothing really touches it, because I don't think many people observe this at all, this phenomena that is worldwide. So what is that? Well, as you start to get older, you start to realize, well, you don't start to realize, but you start to go predominantly into what's called the mind or brain. Okay? What does that mean? Well, you live, you eat, you breathe, you work, you sleep, and predominantly it's all in the brain. It's all in the mind. It's all the program. So everything that you've felt, done, everything that you've studied, everything that you've been through, all your experiences is catalogued in the brain. So the brain knows what the brain's experienced. Okay? So here's where it all went wrong. You were never told that your brain is not you. You were told that you are your brain, and that's it. You weren't told by way of a teacher telling you, but you were manipulated. So all the roads lead up here. And at any given moment, you believe that there's something wrong, and you felt that that was not the place that is predominantly who you are, then you would find there'd be a kind of almost like hypnotic state of bringing you back to the brain. The brain is an amazing tool. The brain, your brain, my brain, it's an amazing tool. So are your eyes. So are your ears. Your liver is incredible. Your kidneys, incredible. Spleen, heart, all of those physical manifestations of the miracle of this spacesuit is incredible. It truly is incredible. One that should be respected, taken care of, and listened to. It's really fascinating, that last bit, and listened to. So how can you listen to the brain? Listen to your brain. Well, that would be that doesn't make sense, does it? Listen to your brain. Because if your brain is what you think is you, then how can you listen to your brain if your brain is you, right? Something in that. Well, if you're listening to your brain, who's listening? Your brain is you, because everything that happens is through your brain, right? So ask yourself, who's listening to the brain? Who's asking you to listen to the brain? And whoever's asking you to listen, you'd say, well, who's listening to it? Isn't my brain who I am? Isn't my brain everything? Do I not do everything through their brain? And isn't this what it's all about? When in actual fact, we've got it all wrong. We've been duped. We've been tricked. And the forces of the dark knows this. If you can imprison somebody in the brain by making them believe that you are your brain, that all your actions are from your brain, and all that you should see, hear, feel is from the brain, then you're trapped. You're in prison, because your brain is a computer, in truth. Your brain is a computer, in truth. Why do you think computers try to simulate the brain? Compartments, getting everything A, B, C, all correct, 1, 2, 3. It's all the brain. So when somebody says, listen to your mind, from where? Where am I listening to? Where does that listening go to? Who's listening? And there's truth in it. And this is where we got it wrong. So now that you know that your brain is simply a tool that was put inside this spacesuit for you to take action when you are about to cross the road, so your brain kicks in and you look left, you look right, you look again, and as you cross the road, you're always being aware, and your brain tells you, brilliant, get to the other side, thank you very much, brain. You wake up in the morning and you go to a cupboard and your brain says, in that cupboard, I remember you did your ironing, you folded it all up, and in that cupboard is maybe the clothes that you need to wear. So you open the cupboard, then you look at all the clothes, and then you choose something and you wear it. Perfect. You go for your breakfast, you know where the plates are, you know where the cups are, you know how to take the eggs or whatever and make your breakfast. Brilliant. Your brain is amazing for that. That's what it's there for. Keep the brain healthy, feed it nuts. Perfect. Wonderful job. Okay, so you sat down and you're about to read a book. Brilliant. You've studied about words, you've learned all of that. Fantastic. I read a book, no problem. That makes sense. Okay, read the book, brilliant. We might go into the big wide world and have to sign a contract. Use your brain, you start looking at the contract. Does it make sense? Doesn't it make sense? Okay, sign the contract, good. So your brain is used for certain parts of the day where you've learned, you've studied, you've memorized, and you bring that computer memory back. So that's what the brain is for. However, here's the big hijack. We have never been told in the history of mankind, to my knowledge, that you are not your brain. You are your brain. You've never been told that your spirit, your soul, your God particle, the essence of who you are, once this body's died, who are you? This is why a lot of people say when you die you turn to dust, nothing else. Not true. Who is that beautiful light inside you, that bright light that is all seeing, all knowing, all understanding, all feeling, all forgiving, all kindness, all love, all compassion, all creativity? No. It's a computer. It only knows what you've programmed it, and most of it is garbage. Most of it is lies. Most of it's manipulations. All the good comes from here. Expands out around you. It's called energy. It's called chi, prana. All of those life force, whatever you want to call it, that's who you are. Comes back to one place, and it's centrally around here. That's why a lot of people go, oh, they feel. Yeah, that's you. That's who you are. But I can't see it. Oh, well then it doesn't exist then, does it? I have a brain. It has matter. You can touch it. You can feel it. It must be real. Okay then. Well done. That's genius. So, if you were ever told that your soul, spirit, that is absolutely vital to be inside there for the body to work, and you realize that without that life force, the body doesn't work, it just dies, maybe it might start making you think. So what's Mark saying? What is he saying? Well, I think he's saying that the real you that you don't know and don't even listen to most of the time, because your brain is believing that it is you, that we've got it all wrong. Wow, that's a bit profound. Well, it is when you think about it, because I thought this is me. And now I get when Mark says years ago, the biggest battle humanity ever has is the battle between the heart and mind. Get it? It's the biggest battle you'll ever have. So when you're sat down in a moment of meditation, in a moment of peace and silence and tranquility, most of the time your mind stops you and wants you to go back into that crazy place where there is no full stop at the end of a sentence. There is no shutting down of the machine. It's a continuous cog, a machine that keeps going, that spews out the same information all the time, that looks at everything and then comes up with scenarios based on past programming. So what I'm saying is the brain is not being used correctly. It's been hijacked. Your brain is not used correctly. And I would say that 99% of the world does not use their brain correctly. And I would say that they overuse it for things that should not be used for, and is extremely dangerous and can cause huge trauma, illness, and definitely can cause you to take your life. That's an understatement. So today is a beautiful day to start a new day and realize that everything that you think you are, everything that you think you've done, everything that you did do wasn't your fault. It was a program. It was made so that you reacted, that you disagreed, that you judged, that you step into a box and hate somebody else, and just generally being a low vibration. Very low and very dark. It's attached to darkness. It's attached to the biggest trick in the world. It's the biggest trick that the darkness ever played. Fools you. It's fooled you. It's fooled me. But I've learned to see it and to try and unlearn. Try and chip away at that dark matter that's all around my brain. That program, that rabbit run that keeps wanting me to believe that the brain is who I am. No, it's not who you are. It's just a tool. It's just part of this spacesuit that you wear. So you climb into it as a baby. And it's a temple. It's a beautiful temple if it's used correctly. But it was hijacked. And you were brainwashed. We're all brainwashed by the darkness, by manipulators, by people who see that the only thing that's important to them is wealth, greed, and enslavement. Nobody, no power-hungry person wants equality. They want to be better than you. And therefore they have to enslave and program and tell you you're not good enough. Well, they don't tell you, they tell your brain. Because they don't tell you who you truly are. So who are you? Well, we all come from the same place. And when you imagine the same place that we all come from is of clear consciousness, is of purity. There are no words, by the way. All seeing, all understanding, all feeling. There's no darkness, only light. There is only high vibration. And the only way I can describe it is on a singular level, when we break free from the oneness that we are all connected to as brothers and sisters, is the only way we can say it. So you can't call it matter, really. You can't call it frequency. It's just brothers and sisters. But what is that? It's an ocean. And each one of us, if you pull one drop out of that ocean, it's you. And then put yourself back in that ocean, and that's you. Do you get it? The sand on the beach, I take one piece of sand up, that's you, put it back onto the beach. You are all one with the sand. It's all you. You're all together. So when you come into this physical spacesuit body, it's at that point that we have lost our way in life. All the greats, all the geniuses of this world have been turned into crazies, conspiracy theorists. Even now, they're called dangerous. So you can see it's all inverted. It always has been. You know, history has only ever been written by the conquerors. Well, what is a conqueror? It's somebody who's killed more than the other ones have killed. So history is irrelevant, meaningless. And they say that, you know, we should never forget history, but isn't history repeating right now? Isn't 1930s, 40s right now? It's exactly the same if you just do your studying and research. You can see everything that happened there is happening now. Every step, but just different words. So the brain. When you realize that your brain is a tool, then the only thing you can ask yourself is, well, then who am I? And once you go down that path, once you start walking up that mountain, you start to realize, okay, I get it now. I get it. Everything that I've done was a program. Everything that I was told to do was a program. Every reaction was a program. So I say thank you. I get that. But today is a brand new day. It's the first day of the rest of your life, and today is the day that you now start to listen to you. That you is inside your heart. That's the beating of the spirit. It is a connection between health, well-being. It's there. It's you. So often people used to say to me, who are you talking to? When I was giving them a spiritual reading. And I'd say, not your brain. I'm speaking to you. And when they'd speak back, I'd say, sorry, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to your spirit, your soul. And they were confused. They never really truly understood it. But it didn't matter because I knew I was getting through to their spirit. And their spirit was happy and smiling, saying, this is the first time anybody's ever listened to me or hear me. And I used to say, I hear you loud and clear. And then the person would say, who are you talking to? I said, not you. Because you think your brain is you. That's not you. You're living in a false illusion, a false reality. And everything that you think and say is absolutely a program, and it's meaningless. So please stop talking. Let me speak to your spirit. Let me heal your spirit. And then the person would say, what are you talking about? I said, everything that you're saying is not you. You're just a repeater. You're trying to understand everything. We don't need to understand anything. You need to shut up. You need to shut that mind up now. Well, I need to know. No, you don't need to know. You just close your eyes. Okay, I close my eyes. And then I'd start to speak. And then all of a sudden I'd say, okay, now you're listening. And then they'd open their eyes. I said, no, not you. Your spirit. You're closing your mind. So now you're hearing. Now the spirit's hearing. You're closing your mind. Now you've opened your eyes again. You started. Now you've lost the connection. All your body parts are connected to your spirit because your spirit listens and feeds information to your brain every day. But your brain is too strong, too powerful. It's been too programmed. So all you ever do is talk. And there is a saying that you've got two ears and one mouth, but you spend most of the time talking. I'm the same. Shut up, Mark. Oh, you're right. Did you know the only time you can truly heal is when you shut your mind off? Just watch any of my videos. The reason why is when you shut the mind off and it doesn't work and you give it a rest, if that's ever possible, your whole body goes into healing. Your spirit awakens and starts to whisper, and that whisper becomes louder and louder. And eventually, like me today, there are moments through my day that me, not here, me, starts to give me my information, what I need, that feeds my brain to do what I need to do. You're not fed by your spirit. You're not led by your spirit. I'm sorry, but you're not. You're led by your brain, by what you see on mainstream media, by what people tell you around you. That's not living. That's an illusion. That's a madhouse. That's a clown factory out there. But when you see the real greats who've mastered their body, they've mastered the art of living and understanding and being, just being, in here and not here. Oof. You ever sat with anybody like that? It's more than any kind of mind blowing, which we need. We need to blow this mind up and start again. You feel the presence of somebody in their power. What is their power? Them. Not their brain, their power, who they are. Power is energy. Energy is that spark, that drop of water from that ocean. That's you. You're that one drop, and that power that can light up tons of streets, that has the power to do anything, feel anything, go anywhere, it has the power to have all understanding of life, because you've been here many times. You're part of the ocean. The ocean knows everything. You are the drop of the ocean. You know everything. Oh no, I don't. Oh no, I don't. I can't afford. Oh my God, he's horrible. She's horrible. All up here. All up here. Don't tell me. As soon as you judge, you're up here. You're not in your heart. As soon as you about somebody, it's all up here. It's true. As soon as you tell me you can't do it, it's all up here. Oh, that what? It's all up here. Oh, don't think that can. Oh, it's up here. That's where you are. Shut up. Just shut up. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to your spirit. Who you are. That's not who you are. Your brain is not who you are. Sorry, mate. Not interested. See you later. I'd rather sit with you and just be in silence. Why? Because I can hear you more. As soon as you start talking, you ruin everything. Stop talking. I had to learn that. You know, the only time I talk is when I'm doing these things. The rest of the time I don't speak. Just sit down and meditate. Listen to my true self. It's really hard for people to get this. It's the most hardest, yet the most profound thing in the whole world. Because when you realize that the world tells you that this is who you are, then they've got you. You're a prisoner. Because you're frightened of saying anything, doing anything, being anything, trying anything. It's all here. Because you're programmed into this program, which deliberately suppresses you and pushes you down. Does it deliberately, because if it can push you down, then you're never connected to your true self. You're limited. You're in fear. You're in worry. You're in doubt. All of those things trap you in your mind. So all thought is here. All energy is here. Whereas really it should be in your heart, where you are, who you are. This is the birthplace of you. This here in there is you, who I'm speaking to now. There, in there, in there. You see there, in here, there. That's who I am. It's a representation of me. And you, and everybody else. So the one thing I would say, as I have for many years, is the greatest battle you have is between the heart and mind. Meaning that you scream sometimes when your mind is ready to burst, blow up, ready to break down, and you still don't hear it. The whispers of the heart have disappeared, have gone, and we now only look upon this as a weakness. The whole of humanity has been duped into believing that this is more powerful than who you are. The robot program that they're now trying to connect you to. The final part to their evil plan is to connect you to an actual computer. So not only have they programmed your brain to believe it's a computer, unlimited, which it is to a degree because you were listening to the wrong things and not here, now they're going to connect you properly to the internet. Oh yes. And then you are finally assimilated. So today's a great day. What do you do with this now that you know? There's only one thing you can do. Go out, find a wood, find some trees, find some grass, find a park, find a place to sit. And just ask yourself here, ask your spirit, could that crazy guy with them crazy tops who talks a load of waffle sometimes, could there be some truth there? Am I really always in my mind, which is just a tool? Or do I listen to my spirit, who I am? Today, guys, please separate the difference between your mind and who you truly are, and ask yourself, who do you really listen to? For the day you listen to your spirit, the real essence of who you are, not the spacesuit, will be the day that will be the first day of the rest of your life. And I guarantee you this, you won't have even started living till the moment you get what I've just said. And then welcome to the world of miracles, of truth, and of answers that you never had. It lies within the spirit that's been here many times and experienced so much that you have the wisdom in you to conquer the journey that you're on right now. Get yourself out there and say hello to yourself. Love you all. If you want to continue this conversation, then join me on Telegram, and please subscribe to Mark Bajerski Crystal's channel, just in case they knock this channel off in the next few weeks. Thank you last night. I don't know what happened last night, but you bought your teas, your incense, your oils, your crystals, and thank you so much. I can now make a big difference to other people's lives who can't afford. So thank you for supporting markbajerski.com. We'll make a difference. But please, listen to your heart today.